Today we'll be looking at equal matrices. Now, the question now we should ask ourselves is, when are two matrices said to be equal? Now, two matrices are said to be equal whenever their corresponding elements are equal. So what does that mean? When I say corresponding elements, it simply means those elements that are in the same positions whenever they are equal. So for example, you can see this A here and this E, they are in the same position. They are occupying the first row and first column. So A and E correspond. Similarly, B and F corresponds, C and G corresponds, and D and H corresponds. So whenever these corresponding elements are equal, then we can now say that matrix A is equal to B. So that is the only condition. Let's look at an example. So if I have, okay, let me wipe this off. So if I have 2, 3, 5, 6, 2, 3, 5, 6. So I'm using numbers now. You can see the corresponding elements here, they are all equal. Then, since all the corresponding elements are equal, therefore matrix A will be equal to matrix B. Now, but if one of them, even though if others are equal, but one, maybe probably here is 7, and we still have these other elements that are equal, but here one of them does not correspond, then A and B are not equal. So I guess we've gotten my explanation now. So all the elements of the corresponding matrices must be equal for two matrices to be equal. So with this knowledge of equal matrices, we'll be able to solve some problems that has to do with matrix equation. So let me just give a very simple one here on the board. So for example, if you are given something like, so we'll be able to solve for x, y, and m. All we have to do now is just to locate their positions and locate their corresponding elements. So let's look at this. We are asked to find x, and we have 3x here. So we have 3x here, and this 3x is in the first row and third column. So which means it's corresponding to this first row, third column. So to get our x, all we have to do is just to equate these two now. So that will give us 3x equals to 4.5. And therefore, if you divide both sides by 3, therefore your x is equals to 4.5 divided by 3. Okay? And you know that 4.5 is the same thing as 9/2 times 1/3. So our answer is 3/2. Okay, so we are able to get x as 3/2. Now, next, we want to get y. This is y. This way we can find y. So y is in the second row. Y is in the second row, and it corresponds to 8 here. So we are going to equate both. So we are going to have that y/2 is equal to 8. And from here, this implies that when we cross multiply, your y will be equal to 16. So we've gotten that. And then the last one is what we are looking for, m. So this is our m. So where can we find m? M is found at the last row and third column, last row, third column, which means that 1/m, this is corresponding to 6. Okay, so we are going to have 1/m corresponds to 6. So I'm going to equate both of them. And also, if we cross multiply to get m, remember this is over 1, we're having that 6m is equals to 1. So therefore your m, we can see that, okay, yeah, so our m is equals to 1/6. So I hope you've gotten value. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.